Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, Episode 9.
This better be the one where Fitz shows up or I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind. Alright, before we jump into episode 9, I wanted to feature some comments both from our patrons and from YouTube from episode 8. So we're starting with our patrons, a longtime supporter and executive producer, Lasith, who says, "Love the reaction, guys. This was another amazing episode. We got to see past characters such as Daisy's mother and Gordon from the afterlife, and I also love the healing process of Elena Flash. Also, I love that we got to see what happened to the team during the missing time through all those jumps.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the reunion between Daisy and her mother and her half-sister.
Yeah.
Finally, I apologize for this mini rant. I hate the character Nathaniel as the main villain for the final season for this amazing show. He is not good enough. And I don't feel anything from his performance as a villain.
Looks subpar.
The writers at least could have gotten Madame Hydra or Ada as the main villain if their plan was to collect inhuman powers. I hope they have someone better lined up, like Hive or Ward. Anyone but this cardboard villain. Can't wait for the next episode."
Man. And I mean, I like his sarcasm. It just, it's not sticking to me like glue, you know? It's just, but I don't like him being the main villain on there. He's probably a good sidekick villain or a right-hand man villain, but I don't like him being the Thanos. I don't right now, you know, or the Magneto.
Then Christopher Simeon says, "All the way in season 3, May took Andrew, her ex-husband, that she could never be..." May told Andrew, her ex-husband, that she could never be as kind and empathetic as him. Now, all the way in season 7, May is basically a therapist to Yo-Yo and is very empathetic.
Yeah.
So true.
How the tables have turned.
Yes. And then Feather comes through for the first time commenting on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to say, "I don't think I've ever commented on this show's reaction for you guys, but I am an avid AOS fan. Better late than never, I guess. Just a heads up, this will be a long one. I've been having a fantastic time with this season. This was easily my favorite episode of the season. I love time travel, hijinks, so this season has been a blast. I especially loved how they used time travel in this episode by showing 2 days passing with Elena and May, while only 20 minutes passed with the Zephyr. Those commercial break transitions were fantastic. The radio toss from Sousa to Gemma between breaks was my favorite. Now, my favorite characters on the show are May, Mac, and Daisy. They rotate for me sometimes, but it's always those 3 at the top, so I have definitely been loving their arcs this season. Seeing May grow into her empathy power in this episode and how she's been so versatile with using it in so many different kinds of situations has been a real treat. Especially after a deeply negative experience with that empathetic girl that she had to kill in Bahrain and the subsequent trauma that caused her to cut herself off from her emotions. This new ability has really been allowing her to open up so much more. Her and Elena's friendship development this episode was everything. Totally agree. Absolutely loved everything about that.
Yeah.
Love the expansion of Elena's ability as well. It's the final season, so it's a perfect time to upgrade her to an OP level since you no longer have to ride around it after the season. Additionally, her being able to do this all along but having an emotional mental block makes a lot of the previous season's occasional inconsistency with her power make so much sense. Yeah, that was really great writing. Using the time travel narrative to send the 2 to Afterlife was an inspired choice. Jiang was one of my favorite characters from season 2. I have always wanted to see more of her and really dig deep into her relationship with Daisy. I am overjoyed that they brought her back and even deepened her character. Cal always told us that she was different before Whitehall experimented on her and tortured her into insanity, but now we get to see it. She still has a core of who she is, a stern, ancient, and human leader, but without the bitterness and violence that Whitehall instilled in her.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how Daisy finds closure and perhaps even reconciliation with her mother through the experience, especially now that we've learned that Daisy had a sister in the original timeline who committed suicide before Daisy was even born. And now Daisy potentially has to fight or even kill the sister she never knew she had. God, how tragic they make Daisy's family history. Will she ever be able to find peace? Speaking of, I'm all aboard the Daisy-Sosa connection they have been building slowly. I've always loved him from the Agent Carter show, but he's really been shining on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If they go that route, I think he could really provide Daisy the stability and compassion that she has craved since her childhood, full of since her childhood, full of rejection and abuse from the orphanage and the foster system. She has not really been able to find that with any of her partners or lovers, just more abuse, violence, betrayal, and death. I'm hoping Sousa can break the pattern for her. I also think, Sousa also I think deserves a partner who understands him. Daisy completely gets his drive for justice and his dedication to eradicating Hydra and protecting innocence, since she shares it 100%.
Yeah.
Even more, he deserves a partner who will choose him above all others. I don't know if you guys have watched Agent Carter. We haven't.
No.
So I won't go into details, but Sousa had a pretty rough time with a lot of prejudice and heartache as a disabled veteran. He also experienced his fair share of rejection when it came to love. I'm hoping this season will give him some closure with that, one way or the other. Great comment, as always, coming through, dropping bars.
Yeah, get it off your man.
Yeah,
get it off your man. It's the last season.
Tell us all the things, because we won't have a chance to do this again. And then from YouTube, I tried to feature as many of the comments there as possible. Again, last season. This is the last time we get to do this, guys.
Yeah.
12 Chapman comes through to say, hey guys, we are still in the 80s. Now we get a Elena May team up. We're going back to Afterlife. We meet Sybil again. Cora is Daisy's sister. Elena gets an upgrade to her ability. Is Nathaniel going to put together a sort of villains team? That's what it seems like he's doing.
Yeah, man.
Thomas Richards comes through again to say, Dana says, May and Yo-Yo's attitudes about the whole exploring our feelings thing was so funny. May's answer to almost everything is sparring. Yeah. Another reason I love her so much. I think you're totally on point about LMD Coulson. The writers seem to be setting him up for a scene where he chooses to shut himself down permanently. The question is, will we still have real-life Coulson from whatever timeline we're in to replace him, or will we end the show with no Coulson at all?
Yeah, I think no Coulson.
I feel like no Coulson.
Yeah,
either.
it wouldn't matter to bring back a time Coulson just to be there. No.
Yeah, that would be super disturbing.
Yeah,
I think because
Coulson,
he can't know about all that's coming. I don't know.
I think he's gonna sign off, look like a good father figure, and just be like, look, my team, I put y'all guys together. You did me so proud.
Yeah.
Mac, everybody did. Look, y'all got it. I'm out.
Whew, let's not even talk about it though. I can feel myself tearing up right now. Also, do you think the jump drive was malfunctioning again, or did Yo-Yo truly fix it, and Fitz made the Zephyr one jump the last time? I hope she truly fixed it.
Yeah.
I hope whatever it is.
I think Fitz is probably helping him out a little bit somehow. He just can't communicate.
Man, that was a fantastic episode. Yeah, that was my favorite so far. I hope Daisy can turn Cora so she is on our team. It would be great for Daisy to have at least one family member that isn't Coco for Cocoa Puffs. Or Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ugh, poor Daisy. Alright, and then Beta Artemis comes through to say, this season has done a great job in giving each character their own moments to shine last time before the story ends.
They did, as they usually do on series finales.
Sometimes they don't do them that well, though.
Yeah.
Last week was Deke and Mac. This week is May and Yo-Yo. Or I guess maybe we should call her YOLO now. The expansion of her powers was made even better by also giving her the opportunity for emotional growth, moving past old trauma that had always been holding her back.
Yeah.
It's such a clever way to tie giving her power upgrade with letting her character grow. Two birds with one stone. Totally agree. I absolutely love that. That gives, just thinking back at that moment when she has that revelation gives me chills. Like, I thought that was fantastic.
So I'm guessing in the comic books or her real powers, she could always be able to run without Yo-Yoing back. That's cool. I didn't know that. And if they did that right, then hey, I'm glad they did it.
The existing of Cora as Jiang's daughter makes the scenes of Daisy and Jiang's interacting in season 3 retroactively more meaningful. And sad. It is likely that Cora killed herself in the original timeline without Nathaniel there to stop her, which meant that Jiang lost one daughter to powers she couldn't control, giving her all the more reasons to make sure that Daisy wouldn't fall to the same path that Cora did. It's also interesting now with Cora joining Nathaniel that our villains are both people who were meant to die in the original timeline. If more are joining this villain group, then I wonder who else who's dead may return. However, I hope that Cora changes her mind. I would love to see Daisy teaming up with her older half-sister to take out Nathaniel. It would be justice. Coulson seems to be contemplating whether this LMD life is what he wants. I think when this season ends, he might consider turning himself off permanently, or perhaps something can happen later or change his mind. I think it's still too early to tell where his view on this might be. Regarding your Star Trek Discovery reactions, getting blocked, that's likely a CBS issue. They own the show.
No. That's a real talk reaction issue. That's what that is.
As it's a paid streaming show. If you can't get the show reaction posted, you may have to do timestamps for the scenes you react to, or just post the review sections. I hope you get it to work, though. We just posted episode 8 2 days ago, so if you haven't seen it yet, we did in fact get it through. It just took a couple times.
Yeah.
Swab Pride comes through to say, I just love that they pair up different characters this season. I never knew how much I needed a May and Elena episode. I totally agree. That was fantastic. I didn't know I needed it, and I loved every moment of it. Ghost8386 comes through to say, I love the Ryu and Chun-Li reunion in this episode. Great to see Jing again. Also glad Yo-Yo realized she doesn't have to bounce back every time she uses her speed, and now could use her speed without any side effects.
Yeah,
I'm
like
getting
that.
a Bonnie and Clyde vibe from Nathaniel Malick and Cora. Excellent episode. All the title cards have been dope this episode. Yeah, they're killing it with the title cards. They are just owning that shit.
Yeah.
And then last comment is Square One NE Brent, who says, okay, so it appears that Yo-Yo has been dealing with a combination of both PTSD as well as a case of the yips since Terragenesis. Got it. And between Daisy, her sister Cora, and Jiang, the inhuman powers with their family lineage are pretty OP.
Is OP overpowered? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
Or on point?
You guys can let us know
Let
what
me
OP
know.
stands for.
I'm
Yeah.
an old man. So.
I mean, I don't know either. But thank you. Thank you guys so much for the comments. Keep those coming. Again, this is our last couple episodes we get to interact on the show, unfortunately.
That's it.
So we want to feature as many of those as we can. But I'm so excited to see Fitz this episode, because Fitz is going to be in this episode. Let's get to it.
We'll cease to exist.
No, we'll cease to have ever existed. We'll be reduced to the size of an atom. Honestly, I have no idea how the science works here.
So it's pulling us in.
Yes, we're 94 kilometers away.
I can't see.
Hey, any idea what just hit us?
Oh, did she just go back in time? Oh gosh, is she in a time loop?
Oh shit, yeah. That motherfucking time loop.
What are you doing up?
It's like, what
Simmons?
is happening?
I'm not from
You
here.
guys okay? I think I'm time looping. I've done this already. I've done this already.
How long did it take you to figure it out this time?
Cause she's woke him up, you know? Like they keep doing the thing.
Oh
I was really
yeah.
hoping not.
That's all.
Which takes
It's
a lot of
annoying, because
time.
who has to teach you every time? This
Look at this guy.
14 times so far.
We've done this 14 times?
Oh no. You've died 14 times. We've been through this loop 87 times.
Wow.
Or I should say 87 that I know about.
That you know about.
Because you don't come power me up every time.
Oh my gosh!
What about flying out?
We tried it. No navigation, radiation, boat controls, and technically space is irrelevant here. So we narrowed it down to fixing the drive.
We can't get far enough before everything resets.
It's me. Everywhere's nearby. I'm already here. I'll check it
They need her.
Simmons?
Yes,
They
he's
need
Yo-Yo!
her.
Seeing us. Time's dark.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but...
They need Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo, come
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
Approaching the vortex, circling the drain. How far away are we?
Got any thoughts on how to do that?
Yo-Yo.
I've got damage to
get it.
nearly all systems.
Yeah.
Trying to get a read on our location.
Yo-Yo, get back here now.
Stop!
Okay, well, he
Who
did
is
that.
doing it? Who's
Yeah.
doing it?
Yeah, it's gotta be Yo-Yo. I mean, but she can't get out the room though.
Now, Enoch, if I'm wrong, you won't have any problem with this.
Yeah.
Whoa! Wait,
Enoch, stop!
I cannot stop.
Enoch, I don't want this! Explain!
You programmed me to protect the implant at all costs, even if I had to kill. Even if I had to kill you.
That's all I need to know.
guys, I think we got
Oh!
Shit.
So what we forgot was...
Hello!
That didn't work.
He did not see the irony.
This episode is amazing.
Yeah, they're crazy.
It's time we get everyone in on the act.
Come back.
Where do you get all those weapons?
Where did you get all those weapons?
They all fucked
Very.
up.
Do I need to be sad about that?
Dick Dad.
You do not.
Oh my god.
Hey, what are you doing up?
So let's go. All right, go.
Like sprinting.
Hey, what are you doing up?
I don't know if I like that.
I love it.
Enoch,
Which is why we're here.
it is not an easy discussion to have.
No, there has to be another
We
solution.
have tried every possible
You
angle.
can't just expect Enoch to sacrifice.
I believe this is what you need.
This is so like big for Coulson. Like, look at this. Like, he has a soul.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
But Agent Johnson, while your friends will indeed survive, the team will not.
What do you mean?
They're making me feel like Fitz is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Job successful, everybody. We're safe.
Don't overthink it. Let the energy flow through you. Let it fill you up and then send it where you want it to go. Brava! My friend, brava!
I've spent years feeling dangerous. This is the first time I've liked it.
Sister. That what that look like? Was that look like?
I don't know.
I got a sister. Alright, that was S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, episode 9. That's my best episode right there. They had it going on in this episode. That time loop shit, that's me all day, Groundhog Day. Okay, Happy Death Day, looping time, that's what it's about. That was a good episode, but damn if the ending conversation with Enoch didn't shut it down. It shut it down.
Yeah, so same. I thought last episode was hard to beat, and it was, but this is my favorite.
Man, it's hard to take
I
in.
love the time loop situation. I loved it being highly featured with Daisy and Coulson. Loved all of that. Loved the trying to figure out the mystery.
We figured that
Loved
out.
the reveal of it being Enoch. I loved that it was a programming thing. I loved all of it. I loved them. I loved all the mistakes and all the effort of trying to get there. I thought the anxiety was.
Yeah.
It was the quickest episode I've seen so far
Yeah,
this season. Because like I was just like, oh my god. It was heartbreaking to see Enoch's send off. I can't even talk about it without crying. But like they got me scared now that Fitz is dead because Gemma, whatever she remembered in that last second before the time loop repeated itself again, she was like losing it. And then
so he must have died
with
before.
the conversation that Enoch had too, like
And the whole team gonna die.
I mean, that's one thing. I think. I mean, it makes sense that they might go off and do other things. I don't think they're all gonna die, but they're never gonna be a team again.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Yeah,
That's
like
specifically saying?
like he's not saying they're all gonna die, but they're never going to be a team again. So
Yeah.
I don't think that necessarily means everybody's going to die. But his comments about seeing a friend die before, he's had to see that, and the fact that the last thing, I mean, Fitz is his best friend, but still, the combination of all those little facts
damn,
make
you think
it,
that might be it?
yeah, it might be, I don't know, I'm
With
just
shit,
freaking out.
Yeah, with Gemma, with that. Yeah.
It's very highly suspect. But I also absolutely love the writing of this episode, specifically with Coulson and the Enoch, as far as like Coulson's struggling within himself because he doesn't feel, he's lost his humanity.
Yeah.
He feels like he doesn't have a soul. He's just a machine. And then you see this machine sacrifice himself for his friends. And like you could see Daisy like, dude, do you see this? Like you have a soul. I just thought it was fantastic.
It was deep. There's some layers in there. For
Gosh
sure.
darn, that was a good episode.
That was a really good episode.
And I'm like, I'm stressed out,
How many
man.
episodes left?
9. This is 9, 10, 3.
3 episodes left. That's a good climax right there. Now it's time to kick this shit back in gear. Then we had to unfortunately jump back to our villains, which are underwhelming to say the least.
Especially with all this gold that is everything else.
What we doing everything else? Like, you didn't even need to put this.
Honestly, that part we should have just ended it. Like, we don't even need to do that flashback.
Why are we even doing this part? I have no clue. But hopefully it can flourish into something really good. But hopefully, if we gotta keep them, let's just go ahead and do it really quick, get it over with, and then get back to like the team breaking up. We gotta go here because this crazy disaster happened. Show. And be done with it.
Also, a super highlight of mine too, which you guys have been reading into that a lot already, but I love the whole Sousa and Daisy connection. I thought that was so genuinely like authentically weird, super cute.
I guess it makes sense, right? She's old enough. That's the age difference is not crazy, right?
No, they're like literally the same age.
Okay, because I keep thinking of her as like super young. So
no,
I mean, okay, I'm with that.
Yeah, I thought it was perfectly done, perfectly executed. Sousa's explanation for why he cares for her, and like, you know, I don't do this for everybody, but like people with who are you, I dig. I just thought all that. There was so many golden like pieces of this episode. Like,
it was a good episode.
I could watch this entire episode all over again and be super entertained with it. Like, I loved everything about this. I'm so excited to hear what you guys thought and your guys' takeaways. What do you guys think about Fitz 2? Are you guys similarly aligned with me? Because I'm stressing the hell out.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what we're doing, I'm going to be super pissed. Oh, I'm going to be pissed. I can't even get into that. But I literally can't wait for next week's episode now. That was fantastic. That was so good.
Man, me neither. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7, Episode number 9. Until next time, people.
We want them blunts, bags, and bitches too. We want them blunts, bags, and bitches too. We keep them blunts, bags, and bitches too. These 3 things are what we gon' do. Blunts, bags, and bitches too.